Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe because we're back at you again. Shout out to the GCVs, Galactic Family, and Drew Nation. Let's get into it, shall we? You narcissistic abusers will make you act out of character, then point the finger towards you and blame you for having a condition. There are a lot of people who will try to manipulate you into thinking that is something wrong with you. These are the antagonizers, and these are people who abuse people psychologically. They play a mental game with you, and that whole game consists of how many times can I do something to you until I can provoke you into a fit. They want to provoke you into a fit of rage. They want to get you angry so that way they can get people to change their perception of you. They want people to look at you a certain way that will make people like them more. When people like you and you pose a threat to people, they have to change how others view you. Sometimes with a smear campaign of your name, and sometimes they'll smear you in the sense of having you overreact or trying to pin a certain condition on you. There will be people who will call you out for having certain problems when they're the ones who have caused you to have that problem, when they're the ones who caused you to act that way or to react in a way to where someone would say, hey, this person has an issue. These are the people who get you angry and then point the finger and say, you have an anger problem. You don't have any anger problems. You were dealing with the negativity and the abusive behavior from others. And that's not an easy thing to deal with. But what they'll do is they won't stop, and they'll get people to look at you a certain way because it's only a matter of time until a person can no longer take what this person is dishing out. And you have to give yourself a pat on the back because you're a better person. And it's not easy being a better person. You have to thank God for making you who you are. So that way you could feel respect, and you could have respect and feel respected, because people are going to disrespect you on purpose when you're a person of character. People are going to try to test you when you are believing in God and letting God fight your battles for you. It's a test to let God fight your battles for you. It's an extreme test. It's a test of your faith. It's a test of your patience. It's a test of who you are going to be versus who you are going to allow people to make you be. And there will be people who want to change you. You're a peaceful person, a kind, loving, caring person. They don't have these qualities. So what they want to do is, yes, they want to make you hate, but they also want to turn you into a new person. After narcissistic abuse, people don't even remember who they were. It feels like they lost their sense of self. So after dealing with this type of abuse, after dealing with people who keep making you make adjustments to who you are as a person just to either fit their need or to please them when you're not aware of the people pleasing, or to just keep changing yourself to where you don't get angry or you don't have an attitude, because these people want to try to manipulate you and change your attitude. They'll do all sorts of things to try to get you angry so that way they could paint a bad picture of you. They're jealous of you and you're better than them. So they have to change how people view you. They have to have people look at you in a negative way so that way they can feel better about themselves, because people look at them sort of kind of in a negative way. They just get along with them because nobody's better than each other in that group, so there's no injury there. But when you have people who are influential, all right, sometimes that's a good thing because some people may change. But since you're a very powerful person, If people change, that means this person is going to lose all of their supply. So they can't have you change them. They can't have you change the people that are worshiping them, the people that are viewing them as God. They can't have you take away their supply. So what they're going to do is they're going to have people look at you in a negative way. That way nobody will like you. Nobody will want to be like you. Nobody will be influenced by you or changed, or nobody will catch the Holy Ghost around you, because this person is being so devilish and causing people to change their perception of you, which would be a good one. But this person can't be as good as you, so they want to have some influence over that. And that's why these people will try to get you to be angry, because when you're angry and when you're acting out of character, you look like a crazy person. Not saying you necessarily, but people look crazy when they're angry and they're acting out of character. You've seen all those videos of people in the gas station yelling and screaming and look like they might be on something, or look like they're off of something, like they might need some medicine. This is how they want you to be portrayed. But the thing is, this is why I always say you have to work on your anger, because depending on how mad you get, you could just be getting mad. It could just be a normal reaction because that's just you mad. But to other people outside looking in, they're not aware of the abuse that you've been receiving. They're not aware of this is how they sabotage people. They get people to miss out on opportunities. They get people to miss out on friendships. People will do this to you at jobs if they see you about to get a new promotion or a new opportunity. Imagine your manager considering you for a new position, but this person using your anger against you to get you tricked out of that position. Because imagine them now seeing you as somebody that's angry, someone that's irrational, somebody that's irate, that can't handle themselves or their anger, versus the cool, calm, collect person that they wanted to give the position to. Now, if this person wanted that position, or if they just didn't want to see you with it, now this person, if they were able to um, if they were able to get you angry, if they were able to frustrate you, then now they were able to win and get you tricked out of this position. Now they're not considering you for it anymore because they want somebody that they feel is more suitable. So you have to watch out for people like this. You could be about to get a raise. You could be about to get a promotion. You could be considered for new positions. So you never know what is on the end of somebody trying to abuse you or get you upset, or someone trying to get you to act out of character. And this is why you can't do that, because the devil will attack you when it's time for you to level up. It could be a blessing on the attached to you not reacting. It could be a blessing on the other end of you keeping your cool and passing this test. And you have to see these as tests, because in life, when you get angry and you don't handle things the appropriate way, you're going to continue to get mad. You're going to continue to lose your cool. And there's nothing wrong with being cool, because some people will think because you don't get angry, you don't get mad. But that's a whole nother video right there. So don't worry about what people think of you, because you want to change, because you're choosing to live your life in a way to where God fights your battles for you. We have to do this because we're held to a different standard. All right, people can do whatever they want, but when it comes to us, for some reason or for whatever reason, we can't do something without it being scrutinized or heavily watched. All right. So people are going to treat us different than other people are treated. Yes, there are going to be a lot of people who can get away with things, and they're already evil and negative on top of it. Yes, but this is their system. This system's ruled by Satan, so he's going to be in control of it. So people who are evil and who are demonic and who are devilish and wicked in their ways and in their character, with their personality, how they treat people, it's not going to be so much done for us. All right, God's going to take care of us and make sure that we're all right, and He's going to handle these people. All right, He turns His face, He turns His back to the wicked people. He turns His face from the wicked people. So if God turns His face from wickedness, that means His back is facing them. All right, so God turns His back on the wicked. So you don't have to worry about that. necessarily, because God's going to take care of them. So don't get caught up in worrying about what people are doing to you, or if this, like if the job is going to take care of it, or if the people that run the apartments are going to take care of it. Just know that they're going to get theirs. Karma's going to get them. Their actions are going to get them. Our life is going to get them back. It's only so much negative you could put out to people, that especially to people who aren't doing anything to you, especially to those who are anointed and chosen. All right, those are the people that are pretty much off limits. And if you bother them or do anything to them or mess with them, it's going to be like harsh consequences from God himself, because it's already enough Bible verses in the Bible about touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. God already said that if you lay a hand on us, they're going to suffer. So just know that everybody who tried to destroy you, or anybody who tried to plot you, or plot against you, or trap you into anything, they're going to suffer, and they're going to pay the price for their actions and their consequences, because you're letting God fight your battles. When you let God fight your battles, you're stepping out of the way so that way he could take care of your enemies for you. That's why your enemies, in on God's time and in due time, they're going to reap what they sow, and they're going to attract what the pit that they dug for you, that they wanted you to fall in. They're going to fall into that pit. They're going to fall into that death trap that they tried to set for you. All right. So keep keep being a peaceful person. All right, keep being a intelligent person. Be wise, be smart. All right, don't throw your life away because you have some people that are trying you. You have a calling on your life. You have a something better to do with your life, so you're going to have to hold yourself to a higher standard than the average person. All right, you're living your life for the creator, so there's going to be opposition when it comes to what the path that you're taking with your life. All right, you're basically taking on life, and you're basically working your way up to the top. So it's like there's always opposition in life, but when you're doing that for God, it's like there's a little bit more opposition than when you're just striving for the average things, or you're in the rat race, or you're just working for a home, or you're just working for your job. When you're taking up the calling on your life, when you pick up your purpose, when you start to do what God requires you to do, or what your purpose requires you to do, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to get in the way of that. And how they're going to get in the way, they're going to try to trip you up. They're going to try to get to you. And if you're a person that gets angry, or if you're a person that people can get to easily, you're going to have to change that, because that's where they're going to attack you at. The enemy looks for your weakest points, and he looks for where he can get you. He looks for your soft spot. So if your soft spot is anger, if your soft spot is food, if your soft spot is whatever you could be dealing with, could be females, could be men, it could be money, whatever it is. The enemy will try to use that in a way to try to get you to fall off, or to get you to try to get you out of your position. And a lot of times in my particular situation, because I deal with how I deal with situations. All right, so I deal with anger. I had anger issues. I've worked on that. I've worked on myself, but it's still a test. So you have to realize that just because you work on yourself, you're still going to be tested. And sometimes when you work on yourself, you may be tested even more, because the enemy will see that you're working on yourself, and they'll see that what they're doing isn't working. So they're going to up the ante and try to do more to get to you and get underneath your skin. All right, because these people are immature and they're like children. So what immature children do is, immature children, they just keep going and keep going and keep going until their parent beats them. So what you have to do, since you're not their parent and God is, he's our father, you have to let our father put that whooping on them, and you got to let God fight your battle for you, instead of retaliating to these people who are never going to stop. When you retaliate to them, they're going to actually keep going and do more of what you don't want them to do. So it's basically going to result in you putting hands on somebody if you get angry enough. Like that situation where that man shot his neighbor over a noise complaint. You don't want to be that person. That man threw his life away because of some noise. Yes, they might have been antagonizing him. They may have been annoying him. He may have not been able to take it anymore. But to shoot someone over that and to throw your life away over that, that's why I say to not retaliate and to let God fight your battle. That man could have been dealing with those people for the past 4 months, 5 months, maybe a whole half a year, maybe a whole entire year. Maybe he was tired of it. People are tired, but you can't let the fact that you're tired or how you feel about something just because you're being attacked make you lose your cool and throw your life away. That's what these people would love to do. They'd love to see you behind bars in an orange jumpsuit or just in a bad situation. They want your day to be ruined because you got a better life than them. And they'll however they can get to you, that's what they're gonna do. And if they can get to you and make you mad and make you upset, or however they can attack you, if you get angry, if you get mad, they're going to label you as having anger problems. And you can't let people try to trick you into thinking there's something wrong with you or that you have some type of anger problem when they're in fact the one causing the anger. You have to realize that that energy is not yours. You have to not get mad over people who are trying to make you angry, if that makes sense. You have to laugh at these people, because when you start to feed into it, when you start to let it take your joy away and your happiness away, you're starting to get into an angry state, and that's not good for you. And it's all for them to deflect the attention off of them to put it on someone else. That's their whole key. People who are manipulative and mentally ill, they will manipulate you into thinking you have the problem when it's them that has the problem. If you are confident and you realize that it's them with the problem, then you'll leave, you'll find a new job, you'll find a new partner, you'll distance yourself from certain people. They want you to think that the issue is you because they're using you during this time of distress. And this is why it's not good to and be involved with people like this. They disguise themselves, they cloak themselves, they come to you as a wolf in sheep's clothing, but they're really a wolf. They're really a snake. All right. The spirit on them is not it's not productive for you to be in the same space as them. People like that, you're constantly going to be under attack from them because they don't care as long as somebody is not doing better than them or outdoing them. That's all they're concerned about. All right, narcissists, they have a type of gladiator type style of a personality when it comes to them competing with you. They have a gladiator type style. They want to take you out. And with that gladiator like style, they'll stress you out. They'll cause you to have health issues. All right. They'll really take a toll on your physical health and your mental health, and they will not care about how they affect your health. And the fact that they don't care how they affect your health, that's someone that is communicating to you that they don't care about you. If people don't care about how they affect you, they don't care about you. And it has to come to a point to where you put yourself first. You have to put yourself first. When they get you to think that is something wrong with you, they get you to doubt yourself. You'll stay and take the abuse for longer. All right. They'll get to enjoy treating you however they want to treat you. And these people enjoy torture. That's why I said they're like gladiators. They enjoy torturing other people. All right. People who aren't happy, they're not normal human beings. They don't look at life the same way as you and I. They don't look at life like, how can I work on myself? How can I improve my life? How can I make myself better? You'll be working on yourself and improving yourself thinking that you're the one that has the problem, but it's really them. So it's really a blessing and a curse, because you're still going to become better as a result of having been around these people if you seek out God and you don't let them take control of you and manipulate you into making you into be a worse person, because they are, their desire is to change you from being who you are. They can't stand you for the type of person that you are, because that person that you are is better than them. So they have to compete. They're going to have to try to get you to change. They want you to think that who you are is a weak person. They want you to think that who you are is not a strong person. You're an agitated person. You get angry easily. They want you to think that you don't deserve to be around people. You don't deserve to be in groups. They want you to think that you don't deserve love. You don't deserve friends. All right. And it's not until you finally separate that you'll start to see that you do deserve good. You deserve love. You deserve respect. You deserve people that will treat you in a way that won't hurt you, right? So we're not saying that you're going to get out of life unscathed or without being hurt, but if you can avoid people that are voluntarily trying to cause you damage because they have beef with who you are as a person, by all means, you're going to have to cut people off. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. Some of these people are going to be people that you love. Some of these people are people that you would have known for your whole entire life. But you have to take a stand for your life. Am I going to, just because I know this person and just because I have a relationship with them, am I going to let them just treat me any type of way and just take it? Or am I going to stand up for myself, actually realize that something wrong is happening here, and take responsibility and accountability from this point on? Because people can't do you wrong if you're not around them. But it takes you to be aware that this person is causing you some type of negative reaction in the first place. So you, first of all, you have to be aware. So don't blame yourself for the amount of time that you spent around people where you may have thought something was wrong. You didn't trust your intuition. You didn't know. Or you can't blame yourself for what you didn't know. But what you can do moving forward is not be a victim, not be somebody that just sits around complaining, and not be someone that just wallows and is sour about what happened to you. You need to, instead of being sour about what happened to you, take that sour lemon of life and make lemonade. Turn it into a better situation for yourself. Take that negative and turn it into a positive. All right, people try to make you angry if people are trying to get underneath your skin a lot. And if they're able to do that, you have to look at that as a positive thing. They are leaning you more towards peace. They are leaning you more towards um, having having more peace of mind. They're leaning you more towards becoming a better person. And it really is up to you how you view these things, because what are they trying to do? They're trying to change your perception. All you have to do is not allow them to do that. You have to take control of your perception, which is your power, and not let them take control of your power, which is your perception. They're going to try to change how you view life and how people view you. They have to get you out of character because you're such a great person. They have to have people see you in the way that makes them feel better, because they're taking so much injury. You doubt yourself and you limit yourself because nobody appreciated you. So you had to appreciate yourself. You had to lower your standards at some point. You had to people please. So these are things that lower your self-confidence. These are things that shape your idea about how you view yourself, how you view relationships with other people, and how you view life, period. A lot of you, because of the relationships you had with others, now you go into seek relationships like this in your personal life. Depending on the relationship you may have had with family, now you may end up getting into love life type relationships like this with toxic people, because all that's the only type of love you know. And psychologically, psychologists say that people who have been abused, when they're healing and when they're trying to fix themselves, they potentially stand a higher chance of getting into toxic relationships, because that's the only love they know. So you have to have a strong cutoff game, and you have to study up on toxic relationships, abuse, trauma bonds. You have to be aware of signs. You have to be aware of patterns, because narcissists, their abuse they had, it's only like they go through the same patterns, and I'm going to be making some videos about that as well, about the cycle and patterns of abuse, because abusers, they may not go through the same strategy per se, like from start to finish, but it's still the same strategy. They may use this part here and that part there instead of using that first and that last, but it's the same strategy. All right, they all use the same textbook strategy on how they abuse people. And as bad as it is, we have to overcome it. All right, we can't let it turn us into a victim. We can't let it turn us into a complainer. We can't let it make us bitter and sour about life just because we went through something. We have to overcome that, and we have to take that strength that we know that we have, and we have to take that strength and continue to move forward and move on and enjoy our lives regardless of how people wanted to see us. The people that hated on you and that were jealous of you, they wanted to see your life be destroyed by what they caused you to go through. So because they wanted you to see your life be destroyed, you got to stand tall, and you have to keep going to God, and you have to keep working on yourself, and you have to keep taking steps to get over what they did to you. You have to forgive them. You have to let go of the anger. You have to let go of resentment. You have to let go of the stress. You got to let go of all the pressure. These people will have you walking around not being yourself. They'll have you walking around being just like them, angry, mad at the world, upset, unhappy. And these are the spells that they cast on the people. You were a peaceful person before you met them. You were happy before you interacted with them. They saw that. They see these types of traits in people, and they destroy it. People are jealous of you when you're able to be happy and they're not. Everybody wants to be happy. All right, everybody wants to be happy, and the people that can't, they get jealous because they feel that they're not smart enough to be happy. They feel they're not good enough to be happy. You got to be smart to be happy, because the world is constantly beating everybody down, whether it's other people coming into your life trying to bully you, or whether it's people who think they're bullies but they're really just unintelligent people who are annoying. All right, that you're just letting God fight your battles for you, right? um they think that they have that power over you. So what you have to do is you have to keep showing them that they don't, by keep living your life, keeping a smile on your face, keeping yourself in a good mood, because that's what they want to destroy. They don't want you to be living the life the way God intended for you. And you have to show them each and every day that I'm going to continue to fight back. I'm going to continue to stand tall and stand strong, and continue to live a good, happy life. And I'm not going to have a crappy life no matter what. I'm going to fight tooth and nail to keep struggling for success. All right, if I'm going to struggle, I'm going to struggle for success. I'm going to struggle to do my best. I'm going to struggle to get to the top, because down here on the bottom, if I'm doing all this fighting, I need to be elevating. If I'm down here on the bottom and there's stuff that I don't like, I can elevate. I can get ahead. I can move forward. I just have to figure out what that is. You have to figure out what role you play, what part you play, and start attacking that area and go from there. Maybe it's your finances. Maybe you have to start saving more. Maybe you have to work a little bit more hours. Maybe you got to not buy as much food. All right. Maybe you got to not eat out as much. Maybe you got to cut back on shoes or whatever it is. Maybe it's something that you have to take control of and get in check, so that way you could keep moving forward. All right. Everybody has there's something. Maybe it's food. Maybe it's clothes. Maybe it's going out to the movies or to the club or going out with your friends. All right. You have to figure out what it is to where you could work on your life and make it better, so that way you can keep elevating and keep improving, so that way the things that are going on around you will have less and less and less and less effect on you, because life is stressful. But the one thing I've realized is that when you take steps and when you take chances and opportunities to make things better, it doesn't matter what's going on around you, as long as you focus on how you are, and as long as you are good. If you are good, things could be happening around you, but you'll be good. So it won't be affecting you as much as it would if you weren't. If you were to let these people get underneath your skin and allow them to put pressure on you and to infect you with their jealousy and hate, then you'd be walking on eggshells and you'd be angry and mad at everyone and be cursing and not being who God intended you to be. All right. When the devil gets control of these people and they get petty and they start to attack, it's frustrating. But what you have to do is realize that you're more powerful than the devil. You're more powerful than their attacks, and you are stronger than the effect that they're trying to have on you. So you can overpower that effect that they're trying to have on you just with the realization alone that I'm stronger than what you're trying to do. It's annoying. I don't like it. It's not right. I just have to get over it and realize that I can overcome this because I have the power in me that's stronger than what the devil is using you for and how he's trying to have you affect my life. So once you realize that truth, once you have that understanding, you'll be able to go forward with strength, with the idea, with the knowing that I can overcome this. This is small stuff to a big man. This is small stuff to a big guy. I got this. I'm gonna overcome this. They're trying to do whatever it is. They got their little evil plan, their little evil plot, but it's nothing against the powers in me. The powers that be are nothing against the powers in me. All right. So just realize that, know that, affirm that, say that to yourself all the time. All right. Say it as much as you breathe, repeat that to yourself. As much as they try to aggravate you or get on your nerves, say that to yourself. The powers that be aren't more powerful than the power in me. All right. Yo, this has been another DruTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. I'll see each and every one of you amazing people in the next video. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Peace, love, and light. DruTube out.